Mankind is ever expanding the frontiers of technical superiority into areas unknown and uncharted. Each quest promises marvelous discoveries, but each also brings potential danger. In direct response to the dangers of our advanced technology, we need an organization that is ready to mobilize dramatic survival resources at a moment's notice. Conceptions and rescue that can challenge the impossible. Thunderbirds 2086. The Thunderbirds, 5 of the finest cadets in the world, dedicated to the service of mankind wherever he may be in distress. Combined with a dazzling array of vehicles and equipment designed to specifications in the space-age technology of the 21st century. A special rescue squad ready to answer a last-chance distress call. A call that could arrive at any time from any disaster scene on or off this planet. These are the Thunderbirds 2086.
This is Starbase One to all shift foremen. Secure your stations. Mass driver is approaching launch position. Preparing to throw you another rock in 5 minutes.
Roger, Control. All right, the nickel ore goes to frames 10 through 50. You better start shaping up or we'll never get this starship finished and launched on time.
That asteroid should give us all the raw material necessary for completion of this hull section, sir. But we've still got 2 weeks of ion drive testing.
The Centauri is going to launch on schedule, even if Captain Byrne has to push it to Alpha Centauri himself.
Status report, Doctor.
Magnetic fields around Jupiter steady at flux strength S5, but I've got a strong solar wind reading.
And how are the 2 astronauts getting along since their arrival this morning?
One's a Thunderbird pilot, the other's a top-flight Blue Angel pilot, and this morning's the first time they'd met.
Oh, 2 rivals from the Federation's most competitive elite squads. It's a good thing they're only going to test fly the Centaur together. Give me the latest data on the new ion engine.
Coming right up. Twin ion charge is building nicely, but engineering is concerned about the thrust nodule handling the increased power. International Rescue has already field tested this design. That's 1 point for the Thunderbird pilot.
Standard control configuration, modified fuel intake, of course. With the fuel tanks jettisoned, it's nothing more than a hopped-up Nicor cruiser. I'd say you landed yourself an easy assignment, Captain, as long as you let me do the real flying.
Mass driver is in primary position. Catapult sequence commencing. Magnetic energy building. 10 seconds. We've got an increase in solar wind activity. Captain, there's a heavy increase in magnetic field activity all around Jupiter.
EMF shielding levels on the catapult?
Fluctuating.
Change coordinates of the launch to 055. Power up the reserve guidance computer system and watch those magnetic field levels. After this launch, we'll shut down the entire system. It'll be tough to track the meteor with this magnetic interference.
Full power level, sir.
Let her rip, Ensign.
We have ignition.
Guidance computers online. Tracking confirmed. Magnetic activity increasing. The rock should establish orbit 3 clicks from the construction site. Captain, strong magnetic flares throwing the readings off. Signal is fading in and out. Signal fading rapidly. Magnetic storm flares increasing intensity.
Guidance computer down. There's no sign of the rock. We've lost it, Captain.
Prepare to implement emergency program.
Asteroid is back on screens. New heading plotted. It's not possible.
Deflector screens to maximum. Go to code red.
Sir, radar alert. Collision course confirmed.
Captain, it's heading straight for us.
Brace for impact.
Everyone get down! Punch in emergency stabilizers!
Power surge has shorted them out.
Starbase can't maintain control. Collision with Centauri imminent. They want us to fire our main boosters.
No, not that one! That's the power sequence for sustained flight. What we need is a short burst. I thought you knew how to fly this thing.
We're breaking orbit, pulling free from Starbase. Burn malfunction, orbit decaying rapidly.
Come in, Starbase. Centaur is losing orbit. We're still in one piece. What is your situation?
I've ordered a full evacuation of Starbase. Try to stabilize your orbit.
The main boosters weren't properly calibrated. Too much thrust in pulse phase.
Your burn was way off. We're falling too fast.
Unless you've got a better idea, I'd like to try to salvage this machine.
Good luck.
The Council has been planning this starship for years. We were sent here because they considered us the best troubleshooters. Now, do you want to scrub this mission? Not to mention a galactic star for meritorious service.
That's a good point.
We've got a shot at saving this ship, if we can push her into a stable orbit.
Separation procedure is go.
Detaching main boosters.
Looks good. Our mass has dropped enough for attitude control jets.
All right, we'll have you promoted to Admiral in no time. Punch in coordinates for the fastest stable orbit.
Commander will do. Based on our current speed, it'll take about 10 minutes.
You monitor the coordinates, pilot us into orbit. I'm going to inform the work crews that we've stabilized.
Inform all you want, but no one's going to listen.
Why not?
That signal from Starbase is for immediate bug out. This ship will be empty in 5 minutes.
All work ships, code blue, depart from dock 5. All code green, depart dock 8. Proceed immediately. Repeat, launch immediately.
Fuel level secure. Launch codes go. We're leaving. All systems go. Punch it!
Come back, everybody. I can't believe it. We're in a stable orbit. There's no need to evacuate now.
What were you saying about medals and promotions?
Boy, I hope they at least left us a decent escape craft. Come on, Captain. It's only free fall.
Come on, Captain. It's only free fall.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Dylan, oh no! The mass driver, it's on a collision course.
Clear the launch tubes. Hurry! Are you all right?
And I was told that chivalry is dead. You could have been hurt. Ah!
It's not over yet. Come on, let's get to the bridge and see where we are. Now we know why Starbase sent the bug-out code. It's amazing we're still in one piece.
But we're falling out of orbit.
We've got to find another escape craft.
We've got 1 hour before we burn up in Jupiter's atmosphere. It was a good try, Captain.
Team, an asteroid's knocked Starbase One out into space. The crew was evacuated. Captain Beta was assigned to test fly the Centaur starship, along with Captain Kristen Elliott of the Blue Angel flight team. But we've had no report from either captain.
At maximum thrust, TB-17 will reach Jupiter in 3 hours, but that means a constant acceleration on us at 5 Gs.
Those escape craft have limited fuel and life support capabilities.
Captains Elliott and Beta could still be aboard the Centaur.
When you picked up the escape craft, check out the Centaur. Thunderbirds are go.
Thunderbird 17 is away.
Well, look on the bright side. We fly to Jupiter in 3 hours and lose some weight.
Without these boxes, we'd be crushed flatter than wheat cakes.
Ah, don't talk about food. In 2 minutes, my stomach's going to wish it never heard of food.
Field generators online. Projectors extended and locked. Launch coordinates preset and programmed.
Uh-oh, this is it.
You're acting like a bunch of kids.
Especially you, Junior.
You'd think you'd never been accelerated before. It's just 5 Gs.
Power panels all green. Good luck, Thunderbirds.
There's one ship left in Launch Bay 2. Let's check it out. Maybe we'll get lucky.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's being lucky.
Doesn't look good. Life support regulator is dead and there's no fuel. What were you saying about being lucky?
It takes me a while to get warmed up.
We're going to get plenty warm if we can't find a way off the Centaur.
Some of the work vessels may still be operational. Dylan, are you sure you're all right? You may have internal injuries. You need an auto dock.
When Starbase realizes what's happened to us, they'll send international rescue. We've got to be off this ship before they get here.
I know.
If we can't find a vessel, we'll have to risk it in spacesuits. Once we're off the ship, they can track us by radio beacon. I hope you've been saving up your luck, Kristen, because now we're really going to need it.
Thunderbird 6, this is Thunderbird 17. 1 hour comm check. All systems nominal. Request updated status of Starbase escape craft.
There are 20 vessels, including the escape craft from the Centaur.
The Centaur must have also lost its orbit. And what about Captains Beta and Elliott? Can you confirm they're aboard the escape craft?
We cannot confirm. There's too much electrical interference at this time. Angels are tough, but I wouldn't want to get stuck with one for too long.
Well, I hear old Captain Elliott is one good-looking female type.
In that case, increase speed. Just kidding. I'm sure Dylan has his hands full. I mean with the emergency. Know what I mean, Callan? Callan.
Commander Simpson, General King is still calling. He wants to be sure that we're making every effort to rescue his Angel pilot.
There are hundreds of lives at stake here, including those of my Thunderbird team.
But he insists on more action. He keeps yelling something about the inferior brain capacity of Thunderbird pilots.
Carry on.
We have only 20% of our instruments left online.
I don't like these stress readings. The hull is full of hairline cracks.
Come on, let's concentrate on finding a way off.
Right. First, we need to establish some kind of launch window.
Look at our entry position. Even if we get off the Centaur, we'll never have enough power to establish a new orbit.
Steady. Think positive, remember? Bingo. That worker looks good. I'm going EV and check it out.
Tracking online. I'm reading you.
Coming up on frame 50. I'm on the worker. Oh, no, the engine's blown. I'll try for the other craft in the area. All no good. Funny, the damage doesn't look so bad from out here. The asteroid base of the mass driver seems to have protected it from any severe damage.
A supercharged rocket pack won't be enough to shoot us into orbit. We've got to think of something else fast. What about cutting a section off of the ship and making a lifeboat of some kind? Why are you smiling?
You're on the right track. There's our power. The catapult in the mass driver has enough power to send us on a real Stardive.
Captain, you're brilliant.
Enough emergency supplies for a week. After that, we'll wing it.
Well, team, we've had our fun here, but I'm sure not going to miss this place.
The fun's just starting.
Captain, right about now, I believe anything is possible.
Oxygen, water, crash webbing, emergency beacon, pro-pills. So, you have a steady boyfriend or what?
That depends.
Oh.
Dylan!
Oh.
Take a pain pill.
I did.
Why didn't you tell me you were in pain? We've got to get you into an autodoc unit, Dylan.
We don't have enough time. I just need a few minutes to catch my breath.
I don't have a steady boyfriend.
Now, that's really something positive to think about. Come on, let's get out of here.
How you doing, partner?
A-okay.
Jupiter flares.
The arc must be 100,000 miles long. When I was a kid, I used to dream of seeing incredible sights like this.
I know what you mean. Make a wish, Dylan.
A small rock, but it'll have to do. Kristen?
Right here.
Wrap the crash webbing around the rock while I check out the launch controls. We'll tear out the seats from the maintenance cabin and seal them with a laser welder.
We're so close to the flares. The magnetic induction charger should be saturated.
You're right, Kristen. The condenser tanks are holding a full charge. Your luck's working already.
Dylan, I'm welding the last section of the crash webbing in place. Almost ready. What's the launch timer setting?
The launch sequences are controlled from Starbase.
That's why you brought the rocket pack.
The controls are set to fire the catapult from the maintenance terminal, but I'll have to throw the switch manually.
What? Oh, no. This is a magnetic acceleration tube, Dylan. Once I'm moving, you'd never catch up.
It's the only way. Now strap in.
Dylan, you must fire as fast as possible after primary ignition. If I get to launch speed before you...
The ejection vector is preset and locked. The emergency beacon will transmit automatically on a wide sweep.
Remember, we're a team. Don't let me leave here without you.
I don't intend to. Here we go. Beginning primary ignition sequence. Magnetic field building. This is it. Primary boosters are go!
Thrust! Fire, Dylan! Fire now! Just a little more. Come on.
Chief, we're in range of the next escape craft, going in for a pickup.
That's a Raj.
shuttle her in while I check it out. There's still no sign of Dillon or Captain Elliott.
Any idea what hit the Centaur?
It was struck by a mass driver. It's possible that Dillon and Captain Elliott may still be aboard the Centaur. However, with these magnetic storms, we can't even tell if the Centaur is still in orbit.
Dillon, are you all right?
I forgot my stomach.
We've made it into orbit.
We have.
Look, the Centaur is entering atmosphere. It's beginning to burn up.
We didn't have enough thrust to push us into open space. We're trapped in orbit. All we can do now is wait.
Thunderbird 2 is going out for more pickups.
That's a Roger. Keep your radar sweeping for any kind of emergency beacon.
Hey, I just picked up something. It's a radio beacon.
Yeah, we got it. It's moving in close orbit around Jupiter.
We'll head there and check it out.
No, stay in the other escape craft. Callan, take TV1.
On my way. Thunderbird 1 is away.
Kristen, can you hear me? She's out. Shooting star must be seeing things. It's Thunderbird 17. We made it. We're going to be all right.
Since when do they need test pilots to fly rocks? Welcome aboard, Captain.
No! The Centaur was in stable orbit, but it was the same orbit as the mass driver. The rock collided, showering us with fragments. I tried to shield Kristen, but I got hit.
Is that so, Captain? 5 minutes ago, you said you were hit when the mass driver fired.
It was a rough trip.
I'll bet.
We were left stranded, alone. We almost didn't make it out.
You made out fine.
We're professional pilots, sent to do a job. If there hadn't been an accident, we probably never would have gotten so close.
You what?
I'll probably never see her again. Come on, give me a break.
Oh, I'll give you a break, all right.
Callan, you tell him.
He should have just played dead.
Don't you have anything better to do than eavesdrop on their reunion?
It's almost over. The only thing that would detonate an explosion would be for Kristen to show up.
Hi, fellas. How can you leave Dillon all alone in there?
I value my life.
Well, I'm gonna make sure he makes an astounding recovery.
Wait, I don't have my crash helmet.
Back to your stations. Even the Thunderbirds can't save it.
You can say that again.
Back to your stations. Even the Thunderbirds can't save it.